of a private session with Ivana only, and some guest stars. So we have Eleftheria from Ελληνογερμανική Αγωγή, who is organizing the whole summer school, and we have Ton from University of Twente, who is the project coordinator. So very important people, Ivana, all of them. Be careful.
Hi. Nice
so,
to meet you.
Ivana, congratulations again for your submission and for winning. So before you start packing for Greece, we wanted to take a bit of time and actually talk to you a little bit more and try to find out a little bit more about you and the activity and your students and how they reacted to all that. So thank you for finding time for all this. So I will start, and maybe if Eleftheria and Ton have something that they want to ask as well, they can interfere or at any point. There's no problem with that. Okay, so first of all, so starting from your activity, so you chose to do a very nice activity about waves, a quite complex one. You combine different things over there. So I wanted to understand, why did you choose to do this type of activity? Was it based on your curriculum? Was it like, let's say, a personal preference? Your students were interested on the topic? How did it work out?
Well, last year, a group of my younger students that I'm teaching math that didn't have physics as a school subject yet, they participated in a Festival of Science here in Croatia, where main topic was waves and sound. And when they were preparing for the festival, they really enjoyed it a lot. So they had so much fun doing all the experiments, researching, learning something in advance about some parts of physics. And when they told to the rest of the class how fun it was, the class asked me if we could do those experiments this year. So I decided to take a challenge and repeat those activities. I had to add some new ones to make it easier, and try to do inquiry-based learning with a class that doesn't know almost anything about physics. So that was kind of yeah, they had an influence on my choice.
Okay, oh, that's interesting. That's good to know. So when it comes to the activity itself, how much time did it actually took you to put the whole thing together? So let's say from the minute you conceived it, till the minute you actually went into the classroom and started doing all this activity, how much work it was involved?
It was around 4 till 5 hours actually.
Okay.
Because I have to make it as simpler as I can, because those kids don't know about physics concepts and some physics terms. So I had to explain them and they had to do research on every single term that we used in activities before they came to class. I used the flipped classroom method.
Okay. So what I found really nice in your activity was that, okay, you had the ILS, but you didn't start with it. You had a lot of actual, like, hands-on activities that you did in classroom with the kids that led to the ILS. Is this a practice that you are using all the time, or was it the first time? Sorry, it's very naive, but we are not in the classroom, so we have this kind of questions.
No. I didn't use. I'm using those kind of activities as much as I can, as much as physics curriculum allows me to. But I'm trying to get them more interested in science. So in my physics class, I'm using those kind of activities, mostly hands-on and some simple activities that leads to some much more harder activities, like simulations or some they're using math concepts, and I'm using a lot of these kind of activities in classroom in math and physics because I'm teaching both.
Okay, so that's your sort of your style, let's say. Okay, cool. So you already told us that the kids like this kind of activities. So tell us a little bit and tell us a bit more about the ILS experience. How did they found that? Was that interesting for them?
Yes, because everything on computers is interesting to them. They like to do on computers. They like to do hands-on things because in other subjects, school subjects in Croatia, they don't have an opportunity to do that. So the science subjects are something that allows them to be more creative, to discuss more, not only hearing, writing, and copying something from, I don't know, textbooks. So they had a lot of fun. They had a lot of fun. I'm trying to make it a fun in every my classes, math and physics, to be more hands-on, to be more something like inquiry-based learning.
So they enjoyed the hands-on part. Yeah, sure, sure.
If you, I mean, you say you're using simulations in other topics as well.
Yes.
And now you used an ILS, which is, let's say, a simulation or a lab within a certain context. Was there for your students any additional value to that? Did they like that more than just a single lab, or what was your experience?
Yeah, they liked it more. They liked it more because, like I said, everything on computers is fun to them. They thought that was like playing some game on computers because they are still young, and so it was fun for them. It was better for them. They liked it. They told me they liked it better. They wanted to do more of that. So I had a positive feedback from them,
right,
and from their parents also.
And do they have normally computers at home that they can try it at home as well?
Yes, they tried it all at home. Yeah, we have I have computers in my math classroom, and they all have computers at home, so it was not difficult to do with them those.
Right.
I usually give them and say address where they can go to. Or a website, and they can play, they can explore some simulation or activity, and then we talk about it at the next of the class.
Right. I'd like to, my original question was that what I understood is that you also use simulations, not from GoLab, but you just used simulations, which is also on a computer, so should be fun for the students as well. But now compare it to having this simulation, this lab embedded in an ILS. Is there a difference between those two?
I think it's better to use ILS, and for them it's also better because I'm giving some in my ILSs. I have to give them some instructions, and it has to be written in Croatian language. So, and the other simulations, they're in English, so it's better to use some ILS which is on their language.
Okay, I see.
Much more understandable for them.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's better to use ILS.
Okay. I think we still need someone to translate a number of the terms in our tools in Croatian, so at some point we might come back to you to ask you to...
Oh, it's no problem. Yeah, that's a challenge for me. That's always a challenge for me. When I have to translate something from English to Croatian language, because some words I have to find some other words that they're using in physics in the English language. So English is really challenging, translating it physics terminology to Croatian language.
Okay.
But now I get used to that.
Evita, please go ahead.
Okay. Okay, so we talked about, let's say, the good things. Can we talk a little bit about the challenging things? So what was like...
It's time for me now to leave. I have another appointment. No, I will leave in, let's say, 5 minutes or so.
Okay. So, yeah, just Ivana, from your side, what was challenging for you when you were putting together your ILS?
Challenges. There are a lot of challenges that I had to face during the implementation of the activity because, like I said, I didn't in the class that doesn't know a lot about physics. They're not familiar with a lot of physics terminology. They have heard about terms like energy, particles, energy transfer, but they didn't know how to explain it. So they didn't learn about that yet. They will learn it in the next year during the physics class. So that was challenging to make it as simple as I can, and I have to rule out all the mathematical component because the math was the problem. They didn't have that much math knowledge, so that was challenging. And of course, translating to Croatian language from every English material that I have found, and make it as simple as I can. So that was challenging the most for me.
Okay. Okay. So despite all that, did you felt like that the kids got more interested in physics because of this activity? Did you see any rise of interest?
Yes, I did. They had so much fun, and they are looking forward to have physics class next year. So yeah, I don't know if next year when they actually start to learn like physics terminology, if they will have so much fun. But I hope they will. And yeah, they're looking forward to have science subjects because they still don't have those right now in this grade.
Okay, that sounds good. So apart from let's say, this rise of interest on physics that you noticed, did you notice that there were other skills that were improved?
I didn't hear you well.
Sorry, I think it's breaking a little bit. So I was asking, so you told us that, okay, that they got more excited about physics, they're looking forward for the lessons and all that, but during the implementation, did you notice that there were like other skills that got improved, like, I don't know, collaboration or, who knows, social skills or other kinds, presentation skills, all kinds of things?
Yeah, I did notice that there were more bonding, and because almost every activity like this in class, I'm doing teamwork or a group work, so they have to collaborate more. They have to communicate more, compromise, cooperate, must listen actively on each other, articulate ideas, distribute the responsibilities evenly. So yeah, it had an impact on their social skills as well, but not only activity.
Yes. Eleftheria, do you want to say something?
Yes, I wanted. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, how did you organize the teams exactly? Did you follow any specific approach, or did you just put them in teams and they worked like that the whole way?
Since I have a practice in teamworks in class, so I just put them in teams. I explained what they have to do. Nothing specifically, because they used to do work in teams and groups in math and physics class. So it wasn't a problem to them to work with this kind of method, teamwork or group work.
Okay.
Maybe before I leave, Evita, can I ask another question? Did you experience any technical difficulties with the with GoLab, and for both for you when you work in GRASP or when you work with your students?
I have to say no, actually. I didn't have any kind of problems with technical problems.
Okay.
That's all smoothly, and I really didn't have any technical problems.
Okay, that's interesting to know, because if that starts to be there, people just run away if they experience technical problems. But
no, I found that I listened to every tutorial that I found on the YouTube, and we received some of them in emails. So I listened every tutorial and follow it, so I really didn't have any problems.
Okay, that's very good to hear. I'm afraid it's for me time to leave the interview now, so thanks for giving me the opportunity to join it, and Ivana, and I'll see you then in Athens soon.
Yes.
Have a good trip.
Thank you.
And see you there. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye.
Bye.
Okay, well, I don't think there is much more that we can ask, so very simple question. So are you planning to continue? using GRASP and ILSs? Do you plan to create new ones or reuse the ones you did?
Yes, I'm planning to next year to do with ILS. It was a discovery for me this year. Really, it was a discovery.
Ivana, did you try to involve other teachers from your school?
Yes, actually I did, but they have a problems with ICT, with computers, because they are older and they're scared. But I actually did have, not only in my school, I had 3 presentations to teachers from other schools. And I show them what I'm doing, and now we are going to have in September workshops how to create GRASP, and they're really interested, and they asked me if I can show them how to create an ILS.
I think we will have the chance to discuss about organizing this even with us during the summer school to facilitate you in any way that we can.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can even organize session like this using the tutoring platform.
Yeah, so we can do a hands-on workshop. We will see what works best for you.
Yeah, here I really I was surprised at how many teachers were interested in this, because students are asking, they are hearing from their friends that they are doing something different in the classrooms, and the teachers talk to one each other. And the first time when I had a presentation, it was like, okay, they were sustained. But after that, they told me that they were actually scared too, and I tried to explain them that it was simple actually for them to use it in the classroom. So yeah, I'll have a workshop how to create it in September, because some of my teachers from my school, they already tried to create one in GRASP, so I hope to bring some more teachers in GoLab and create in GRASP.
Brilliant, brilliant. Sounds good. And tell us if you want, we can send you material as well that you can read them. So
yeah, that would be great.
I'll send you an email afterwards and we can see. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any more questions. You have been very, very clear and very,
descriptive
about your experience. So I think I'm good. I don't know, Eleftheria, do you have anything you want to ask?
No, I think I will back her more if I have to during the summer school.
Absolutely, yeah, you have that opportunity as well. And I will see you, Ivana, via email, as usual. And we can see how we can support more Croatian teachers. So thank you very much. Have a great time in Athens.
Thank you very much.
See you soon.
And see you soon. Thank you, girls.
Bye.
Bye.